Plaintiff Naisha Murray believes that she and the defendant may share the same father, even though today is the first time they have ever seen each other. Naisha petitioned the court for a DNA test to see if the defendant is her sister. Defendant Wakita Williams admits that her father cheated on her mother with Naisha's mother, and she knew that Naisha may be her sister, but she claims it was always a family secret that wasn't talked about. Wakita hopes the test today will finally bring closure to this issue.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You now may be seated.
All right, we're here to determine whether you two are siblings. And we're glad to be able to provide that service. Let's get it started. Start with you.
I'm sorry for my nerves. This is the first time I've ever seen my sister. Sorry.
Get some tissue?
Sure.
You all haven't seen each other before, no?
No. I'm sorry.
Why don't you start?
Thank you.
I've always known about Naisha growing up. Nobody really talks about it. It's like a secret.
Thank you.
My dad had a baby outside my mom's 2 kids. And he passed away in the town where they lived in Topeka, Kansas.
When?
In 81.
81?
Mm-hmm. And
when did you all meet?
this is the first time I've ever seen her.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you talked, when did you all first
I talked
begin
to her
talking?
last month. She's been like trying to find me for the last 3 years. I had a sister that died 3 years ago, and she was also looking for Naisha, and I just wasn't into it then. And I've just been grieving over my sister, so I just really didn't want to dredge up all this.
And
here we are.
You say everyone knew. What did everyone say? Did they know?
They said that my dad had a
Did
baby.
they know Naisha's name?
That's it.
You did, and everyone else did? And where did she live, to your knowledge?
She lived in Topeka, Kansas at the time.
You were in Topeka as well?
No, sir.
Okay.
We lived in Chicago.
Oh, I got it. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Everything she said was absolutely true, you know, but my mom passed away in 2018, and my husband helped me out with trying to find my family, and it was just like a rough little time. And then when I finally did find them, I found out that Wakanda had passed away, and it was like, okay, what do I do now? But as we kept on looking, I found her husband, Wakanda's husband.
How were you looking?
We looked on Facebook, we looked on Ancestry.com, but I wasn't spelling their name correctly because I didn't know how to spell it. And when I looked up...
Brown versus Board of Education.
You're right.
Wasn't that Topeka, Kansas?
Right, it
is.
It is. I didn't, you know what, I didn't even think about that, you know.
Yeah,
that would have been really
Board
good.
of Education was the case in 1954 that Marshall, the first African-American on the Supreme Court, he was a lawyer, and they argued the case to create, to desegregate schools in America, which led to desegregation of all America, particularly after the Civil Rights Movement. But it started in Topeka, Kansas, because they kept you all segregated. They kept the black folks over here and the white folks over here, and you couldn't go to school together. So we had a less quality education than the white folks who had the money and who had the power and who had the quality education. White black folks were poor, had no money, had a substandard education.
Right. Yes, sir, that's correct. And they have turned it into a museum.
But that was
now.
a long time ago. What's your problem? What is your problem? You can't spell. This is the 21st century. Talking about you can't spell.
If you see the way her name
ain't got nothing to do with
it was hard.
You done did that in Topeka, Kansas. You were right up under their nose and didn't learn how to spell.
Well, the sad thing,
we didn't got off on a whole different thing. Go ahead.
I went to school here. No. But yeah, it was hard, you know. But then when I did finally find, and I, tried to reach out to.
How did you finally?
On Facebook.
Okay.
I found it, but it came up as her obituary, and I.
Oh,
my older sister. Yeah, our older sister, the one who passed, and I was like, I told my husband like, and I don't think she's dead. Like, why would she be dead? But I said, if she has a dad named Leo Williams, maybe that could be her, you know, her, and it was. And, you know, I reached out to the rest of the family. I have, you know, had contact with the rest of the family that lives here. I've, you know, had, you know, we went out, you know, to their house. I went out to their house, you know, kicked it with
Everybody's
them.
accepting?
Yes, but she, you know, with Keitha, she's like, you know, I want to know for sure. I can't be mad at that, but I do hope after this, we can be sisters.
Yeah, well, I think we'll know. You want to get the results? What else you want to tell us? It sounds like what you were saying is it's a little tough to, because what this sound, you might interpret this as replacing your deceased sister.
Yeah, and I'm not ready for that.
Yeah, you're not ready for that, and you don't feel anyone could replace her. So I'm sure you wouldn't be attempting to replace that older sister.
I never would want to do that.
If anything, you all just would become companions and supportive of each other, like other sisters who grow up separately and relatives who grow up separately. You see each other at the family events. Every now and then, call each other. If you want to pour out some of your personal problems you need advice with, you can do that, and, you know, and still cherish the relationship you've had with your deceased sister, and God bless you for that. But yeah, you found the right person. Oh.
Nice to meet you too, girl. Oh, thank you, Jesus. I'm so sorry. This was exciting. I'm so glad that
Now we got some closure.
Man, girl, it's so much closure. It's
and thank you.
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. And I'm glad. I hope right here we can move on and be sisters.
I feel like she kind of looked like my sister. My other sister.
Yeah. Can I get another hug? I'm so sorry. Thank you, baby.